So this is a quick unbox of the EEZ RV TPMS tire pressure and temperature monitoring system that I just got from Amazon. We're going to be installing this, unboxing now, and then we're going to be installing it in our RV in a little bit, and we're going to show you guys how to do it. So let's see what comes in the box. We have a little thank you for ordering from EEZ RV and a product guide. This is, you actually want to save this because you're going to write down where each sensor is going, so you know where they go in case you rotate the tires or anything like that. You want to know where each sensor goes, so you want to mark with a you want to mark here first, and then you have these little stickers that came in. I'm going to show you in a little bit. I know because I already saw this online. Okay, let's see. Here we have a suction cup for this console here. Okay, which we're going to be turning on and checking it out pretty soon. And here we have all our sensors. And let's see this first. Okay, trying to do this one hand and tape it at the same time, so bear with me if the camera's a little shaky. Okay, this is in case you want to hardwire it. We're not going to be doing that, so we don't have to worry about it. So this piece here, and this is how we're going to use it. We're going to connect right into the cigarette lighter, and this thing here supposedly has battery life of about 6 hours once it's fully charged. And as you can see, it's wireless battery charge, so you can take it out and do whatever you want. If it's not, it doesn't have to be in the RV at all times. This is the little stickers that I was talking to you about. Also, they recommend when you peel one of these numbers out and you put it in front of the sensors, they recommend you put a little drop of clear nail polish just to hold with the weather and all that, and just to make sure it's not going to come out. Okay, here we have another bag. Not 100% sure what this is. I have to look the manual. There's, like I said, I've never owned one of these before, so it was recommended to me in one of the RV forums that I belong to. Okay, this looks like the key that you're going to use to remove these sensors from the tire. They have an anti-theft system. That means if once you put it in using this key, somebody tries to take it out, they won't be able to do it. You will just spin and it just won't come out. These things are actually not too cheap. They're a little pricey each, so you definitely want to have that. You can take the cap, the outer cap off, and have it just, this into the tire in case it doesn't fit or anything like that. But then you're definitely running the risk of someone coming and finding it interesting and just taking it home. So you don't want to do that. This looks like part of the EEZ bracket system they call. We're gonna take a look at the manual, what that is. Oh, it looks like they sent two keys. Two of these this rotating keys in case we lose one, which is probably going to be my case. I lose things very often. Okay, so this is everything that comes in the box, and now we are going to start programming our system. Okay, I just put a light coat of clear nail polish on all the numbers, and like I said, you want to have each sensor numbered for when you do your tire rotation or you have a flat or anything like that, you know actually where it goes. So we're gonna write on that little sheet, number 1, left front tire, number 2, right front tire, and then so forth and so on, just so you know. Okay, the next step now will be to program your system. And what you want to do is, they recommend going 20% as the high parameter over on what your tire pressure cold is, and then 10% below that. So 10% below, 20% above. You have to figure out what your tire pressure is going to be. Ours is going to be 90 in the 2 front tires and 100 in the 2 back tires, based on weight and all that stuff and the type of RVs that we have. So I marked down the number of sensors. 1, 2. We don't have these axles, so we only have these 3, 4, 5, and 6, and we're not carrying a trailer, so you don't worry about this. On the back, we're putting cold as 100, so 120 for high and 90 for low. You want to mark all this down into the EEZ RV product instruction manual that comes with the system. Okay, you want to press and hold set a couple of times. You choose PSI, you choose Fahrenheit, depending PSI and Fahrenheit, depending on what part of the country you're in, what part of the world you're in. And then we're going to enter for the 2 front tires. We're going to be putting the high pressure at 108. So go all the way down to 108, press and hold. Okay. And then the low pressure, it's going to be at 81 for us. Okay. We don't have these axles, so you're going to skip right through. Okay, just skip. Now these, the high pressure, it's going to be 120. Yep, 120. So we should be going down. $120 for the high and 108 for the low. You hit set. Again, just skip right through all these because we don't have a trailer. High temperature, I'm going to keep in default. I'm going to take a better look at this into my RV's manual, and then we're going to figure this out later on. We're going to keep it as PSI, we're going to keep it as Fahrenheit, and that's it, and we're good on this. Now we're going to go to the next step. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys a good trick on how to do these. What I will do is, you have to turn this thing on. I already programmed mine. You have to turn this thing on, and you have to press and hold the code button. Press and hold for about 6 seconds, and then you let it go, and then you start screwing each tire that it's showing here. Each one of them that's shown here, you're going to start screwing them into the tire. Now, in order for you not to have to go to every single tire throughout your RV and do this, use one tire and program them all here first. So you program number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6. Once they're all done, then you can take your sweet time putting throughout the RV. But just for convenience sakes, let's use all just one tire, okay? And what you want to do is you want to hit code and hold, and then it's going to show you which tire you have to program it first, and based on your map here, you're going to be putting each tire based on what number is asking to you program it at that time. So you do number 1 first, and then you go from there. Once it's all programmed, you're going to press and hold the code button again, and then don't panic once the alarm system start going off telling you it's low pressure. That's because it's not hooked to the proper tire, so don't worry about that. Okay, now the very last step that you want to do now is plug the power source to the electric lighter. I have this one here for the GPS, which is not a good setup. I'm going to have to make this look a little better. So that cable goes there, and then you can find a place where you're going to put your console. It can be here, it can be here. I actually chose to put right above the GPS system. And when you turn it on, I'm just taking my RV from, see my RV? Just taking it from storage right now. So it's not organized inside at all. And the tires are probably a little bit deflated, so it's going to beep. Alright, that's beeping already. So what we're gonna have to do is go put some air on these tires, and then it should be good. This thing should be easy to use. It should notify you whenever there is a loss of pressure on one of the tires or the temperature is too high, and it should come very, very handy. I hope you like this video. If you have any questions, leave it down below in the comments. I will be glad to answer as much as I can. If I don't know the answer, I'll be able to point you to the right direction. See you next time, guys.